So welcome back, everybody. We just took down who I think is Ocelot. They said it was Ocelot, but you know how this game is and actually telling us who people are. So I don't believe that for 1 second, but the spinning of the gun definitely. Okay, so we can open some. But sorry if the first two episodes are really long. I'm just really trying to understand how this whole game works. Okay. Was someone knocking? Oh, let's call some more people, see if anything happens.
Major, have you been able to contact the boss?
No.
You really think it's bad reception?
We're looking into it.
Major.
Snake, you've got more important things to worry about than contacting the boss. Right now, Sokolov is out there wandering around the jungle alone. What are you going to do if he gets caught by the enemy? We're still looking into why we lost contact with the boss. I'll let you know as soon as we find anything out. In the meantime, it's your job to find Sokolov and get him to safety. Got it?
Got it.
When you're in the jungle, determining the position of your enemy...
Any more Kupikoshis in here? That's what that looked like. Dude, they really took sound as a real strive for this game. I want this bird. Bullshit. Bullschlacker. Okay. Got birdie. What is the red? Oh, that's just north. Okay. Can we go this way? No? Oh, that's the snake. I was like, what is that? I'm trying to... I want to know where we're going from this point, because this seems very linear as a map. Like, there's not much else.
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished!
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
What is that? Shit, sorry. I had to let the dog in.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
Okay, so a tank, not Metal Gear yet, but a tank launching
finished?
nukes.
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
World War.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
I bet the facial animations are tied to the upscaling and shit. I fear we're going a little too slow. Is that the boss?
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
What? Whoa, what the hell happened? What's going on? Psycho Mantis?
Hornets.
No, Vamp! No, that's not Vamp. Who the fuck is that? It could have been Vamp. That's good. That's like two different people. No, that doesn't look like Vamp now.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
What the?
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Who the hell are you? That's Volga, or whatever his name is.
Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Yeah, Volgan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift for my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Dismantled your gun. Whoa.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
What?
He must die.
He's got electricity and
Wait,
bullet.
he's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Gonna get thrown off. Okay, you took Big Boss's bandana. She doesn't have infinite ammo anymore. But that's how we get our bandana?
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Shagohod is ours? What? Shagohod? What the?
Drift away.
She still cares about him.
My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Okay. But did I have any of that stuff? Okay, I do. No bandage applied. Effective for treating burns, cuts, gunshot wounds, and broken bones. Effective for helping broken bones to heal. Suffering from a deep cut, bleeding, no bandage applied, not yet disinfected. For burn, no bandage. Disinfect, bandage. What is this one? Okay. We healed our... That interesting way to heal ourselves. Dude just snapped his elbow back into place. Holy shit. Dude, how are we going to continue fighting? There's no way. Everything else has made, like, at least a little bit of sense in the other two games.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Oh shit.
Shagohod.
Shagohod. They've got to be connected. I know we're clones, but of the big boss, but we've got to be connected a little bit more than that. They seem to have some special relationship. Dude is fiending over these missiles. And that's a Stinger launcher, it looks like.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her Cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Who was that?
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
It's poisonous lipstick.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility.
How does that fit on the... That did not look like it was... That looked so comical. You only got one missile. What the hell?
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
What?
Colonel!
What does the Alamo have to do with anything with Russia? How did you even aim it? Like, I need to know. Whoa. That was a real, like, nuke. Holy shit. Holy moly. Guacamole. Yeah, save my data. I have no idea what's going on. That was all the opening? Shit.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill.
It took us 2 episodes, 2.5 episodes to get to the title, the opening title sequence.
What a fear in my heart.
Clown, you can clown me in the comments. I don't care. I probably was pretty bad.
I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else.
All right. This is gonna be. I'm already very interested in where we're going from here. This reminds me of the second game, to where the tanker was basically just the prologue, and then the whatever call it was everything else. Well, that was like the main of the game. So this forest seems to be just the prologue.
Someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I lie to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Oh, the song is called Snake Eater. Okay. It's like a James Bond intro or something.
I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Yeah, what? That's definitely James Bond. 1 week later, okay. August 30th, 1964, Arctic Ocean airspace.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here.
can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Oh, shit.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
Why is that?
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No.
Fox die?
This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger.
They're obviously giving us a second chance.
Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Okay, so President Johnson is still president.
I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
Until he did it.
The research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in a violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device.
Okay.
Then you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week, and if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Don't worry, I got infinite ammo.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Uh-oh.
It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna like crash into the ground and have some cool landing. Oh. Okay, so we're still in the forest. Just a different forest. Or maybe the same forest, but just in a different location. That's the snake I know. Still don't quite get why they're calling you Jack. And I'm mainly because of the second game, and that being Jack the Ripper.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
Hold on, I need to see what the number 5 is.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
So
don't forget about Colonel Volkin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request?
He's got
What's it
gray
to
hair,
us if the
grayish
Khrushchev
blue,
regime is
skin is
threatened by the
white,
colonel and his
voice is
faction?
Jim
If
Pickett,
supporting the current
main
regime
actor.
helps us avoid a nuclear exchange,
Mountain
then that's
actor?
what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's
Takashi
demands?
Kubo?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov.
Oh, fuck, sorry. Roger that, Major Tom. Hold on, Snake. What now? I'm changing my code name. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice. What do you mean? Well, the truth is, when I chose my name, I picked the wrong one. The wrong one? Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year. Must have missed that one. Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels. Prisoners succeeded in escaping by using the remaining tunnel. Tom's names 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom. I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck. Yes, that's exactly right. At least that's what the plan was, but I got the name wrong. The one they escaped was Harry. Tom was the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company. Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use, so what should I call you? You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along. Alright then, Major Zero, it is. We'll start from square one. From square zero, my frequency is 14085. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us on this mission again. Is this her last chance too? If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 14573. She'll be recording your transmission data, just saying the frequency is also the same. And this is your... There's one more person. His name is Mr. Signet. He's an expert in the latest weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 14841. Mr. Signet, got it. Adam, your KGB contact is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead. The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week. Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov. How will I know this Adam guy when I see him? You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else dare come close. The password is, who are the Patriots, and Lolly-Lule-Lo. Okay, so the Patriots and the Lolly-Lule-Lo are coming up. The Lolly-Lule-Lo. Gotcha. You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy. I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition. The circumstances are different this time. You're now an official mission for the United States government. It will be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution. Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I accidentally pressed... I thought he ended it and it was one of those.
Snake, your first task is to meet up with Adam, the contact provided by the KGB. The rendezvous point is the abandoned factory to the north of your current position. Head north.
The abandoned factory. That's where I met Sokolov during the Virtuous mission.
Correct, but we can't afford to have the same thing happen this time.
I know.
Like the Virtuous mission, Operation Snake Eater is a solo sneaking mission. There are no units in the field to back you up. Avoid engaging the enemy whenever possible. Your first priority is to remain unseen. Use the camouflage option in the survival viewer and choose your camouflage wisely. Proceed with caution.
Okay.
Unlike the Virtuous mission, this is a night operation. You'll get lost more easily in the dark, but it'll also make your camouflage more effective and make it harder for the enemy to see you. On the other hand, it will also be more difficult for you to see them. You'll also find that different animals are active. Some of these nocturnal animals are poisonous, so stay alert.
Will do.
Paramedic is with us again to provide information on the local plants and animals. Give her a call if there's anything you need to know. Operation Snake Eater is different from the Virtuous mission in that you won't be able to complete it in just a few hours. The time limit set by Khrushchev is 1 week. Within that time, you'll have to rescue Sokolov, defeat Volgin, destroy the Shagohod, and...
I know.
Good. In any event, you'll not be allowed to return until you've accomplished your objectives. Survival in the field will be critical in this mission, and the most important survival technique of all is, of course, finding food. You can get food in the same way you did during the Virtuous mission, by capturing it. The enemy presence in that area is still light. You should try and get as much food as possible while you can. Thanks to last week's nuclear incident, the Soviet Union is now on secondary alert. We're one step away from a nuclear war.
DEFCON 2, huh?
In American parlance, yes. From what Western intelligence has been able to gather, the radical elements in the Soviet command are showing signs of impatience. They say we're on the brink of World War III here. And with Khrushchev's position getting weaker every day, I worry whether he'll be able to hold them back.
1 week.
Yes. America must eliminate the boss by its own hand to prove its innocence. There is no other way to resolve the crisis. Everything rests on your shoulders, Snake. Failure is not an option.
I know.
So I wonder when we'll meet
Major,
Liquid.
what should I do with this wreck of a drone?
Just leave it there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But isn't this thing top secret?
Yes, it is. After the U-2 spy plane incident 4 years ago, plans were laid out for future spy missions in Soviet airspace to be carried out by an unmanned craft. That craft was the D-21 spy drone, the basis of the one you came in on. The D-21 is launched from a craft called the M-21. The M-21 itself is a derivative of the A-12, a supersonic long-range spy plane currently being developed as the successor to the U-2. However, for this mission, we used a modified YF-12A, a long-range interceptor version of the A-12. After being released from the mothership, the drone can achieve speeds upwards of Mach 3 at high altitude using its ramjet engine. It can't be shot down by ground-to-air missiles, and it's nearly undetectable by radar. With Selinoyarsk in such a high state of alert after our last escapade, this was the only reliable way to get you in.
This is all top-secret military technology. Are you telling me I'm supposed to just leave it here?
That's right.
Why?
The purpose of Operation Snake Eater is to send an American agent into the field in order to eliminate a defector and traitor, namely the boss. Part of that mission involves making sure the Soviets find out what we're doing.
So we have to leave behind some kind of evidence that the U.S. was involved.
Don't worry. The technologically sensitive components of the craft were rigged to self-destruct when it landed. The only thing the Soviets are going to find is a pile of American-made scrap metal.
Got it. Just one thing, though.
What is it?
I think they'd better redesign the landing impact buffer. People are going to get hurt landing that thing.
I'll let them know.
Major, I appreciate you allowing me to use weapons, but shouldn't I be carrying some rubles?
You mean fake currency?
Right.
Snake, do you remember the Francis Gary Powers incident back in 1960?
Powers was flying a U-2 on a spy mission for the CIA in Soviet airspace. He was shot down and taken prisoner.
His confession brought to light the fact that the CIA was spying in Soviet airspace. As a result, the US-Soviet summit scheduled for 2 weeks later was cancelled.
Yeah, I remember.
U-2 pilots are required to carry items that mask their identity. Powers was carrying ruble, mark, and lira coins, as well as French gold coins. He was also carrying 2 gold watches and 7 women's rings.
Why?
All of these objects were meant to conceal his national origins.
Oh.
But for this mission, we've got to demonstrate to the Khrushchev regime that America is involved. There's no need to conceal your origins. And besides, all you need to do is complete your mission. As long as you're not captured or killed, the details will take care of themselves.
Okay.
The Soviet intelligence community must be up in arms about the boss's defection. The great Voyevoda has abandoned America and embraced the Soviet Union.
Voyevoda?
Apparently, that's what they call the boss behind the Iron Curtain. It means warrior or mighty soldier in Russian. When used to refer to a woman, it means something close to Lady Knight. In Russia, where they've had a number of female emperors throughout their history, it's a term of great respect. Well, poetic in a way. The boss's exploits have made her name famous in the East as well.
Major, why did the boss defect?
I don't know, but I will tell you this. America is all too eager to get rid of her.
What do you mean?
She knows too many of our secrets. If she were to relay all the top-secret information she knows to the Soviet bloc, it would put us at a severe disadvantage. It might even lead to the downfall of the West. Even if we survive, the boss is still too much of a hero to us. With her in the Soviet camp, we'd suffer a fatal loss of morale at home. There are even whispers that some of the less stalwart elements of the military might follow her example and defect themselves. I assume you're aware that since your last mission, several key figures within the CIA have been placed under house arrest.
Yeah.
Damn.
The loss of the boss has been a painful one indeed.
What about you?
Me? I still can't believe it. As a comrade, I would have placed my trust in her before my own family. But now that I think about it, the boss always seemed to have an aura of mystery about her. I never would have expected it to manifest in this way, though. Oh, well, it won't do to get all misty-eyed about it. She's an enemy now, worthy of nothing more than our contempt.
Understood. Major, tell me a little bit more about the space race.
Oh my
In
god.
1957, the Soviet Union succeeded in launching their first artificial satellite, Sputnik, into orbit. Having been beaten to the chase by the Soviets, the US government accelerated its own space program in an effort to catch up. The following year, the space development programs of the various service branches were united to form the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA. That same year, the Mercury program was launched with the goal of putting a man into space. 7 candidates were chosen from the military as the first astronauts. These were the men with the right stuff. But as you know, it was a Soviet cosmonaut, Yuri Gagarin, who made the first successful manned spaceflight 3 years ago. NASA's first successful ballistic flight came 1 month after Gagarin's mission, with the Freedom 7 carrying Alan Shepard into space. After that, with America still lagging behind the Soviets in orbital flight, President Kennedy made a momentous decision.
Put a man on the moon.
America would put a man on the moon before the end of the decade.
Yeah, I heard that speech, but a lot of guys I knew weren't real happy about it. They said no one was going to make them go on a mission to blow up some damn moon base.
But rocket research and missile research are closely related. Imagine, if you will, a Soviet Union able to send wave after wave of nuclear missiles raining down on Washington from a base on the surface of the moon. Even if that's still a long way from reality, if we lose the initiative, we may never get it back. We're left with no choice but to keep moving forward one step at a time. The Gemini program, launched 2 years ago, represents the initial step towards establishing a moon base. And yet, I don't want to call President Kennedy a liar, but I simply can't imagine that in 6 years man will have reached the moon.
I don't know. I never even thought we'd make it up into space. I guess it all depends on whether you have the will to make it happen.
Perhaps you're right.
Interesting. So they're really talking about a moon base, and like that was the whole reason for the space race.
Let's go over the controls for CQC one more time. Press the CQC button once to throw a punch. Press it repeatedly
For stuff like
to
this
launch
that
a
I
combo
find at the
attack.
end that is like
CQC doesn't
there's no
really start
information
to
you guys
shine,
won't see.
however,
I'll just
until
cut
you
it
grab an enemy.
because I don't want to accidentally press
Press and
through
hold the
and miss
CQC
something
button.
new. Okay, we got everything from him. Let's go to paramedic.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
5
I
foot.
visited
Her
you
weight
in
is
the
top
hospital.
secret. Red
You were still
hair, brown
unconscious,
eyes,
though.
white skin.
They
Heather
must have
Haley,
seen me naked.
Eriko.
Yeah,
MTN
but
must
you were all
be
wrapped
the
up in
Japanese voice
bandages and
actor.
tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
What?
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And
They were
try not to
flirting,
get
and I
yourself
was
hurt.
I missed
If
it
you're
by
wounded or
reading.
get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there.
Huh?
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Interesting. So is this our love interest for this game? They take notes from James Bond. Every game has a different love interest.
Snake, unlike the Virtuous mission, this is a night operation. You'll be encountering nocturnal animals that you didn't encounter your last mission. Some of them are venomous, like the king cobra, so be careful.
Okay, we're gonna get a
If
cobra.
you get bitten by a venomous animal, the poison will spread through your body and rapidly drain your life gauge. If that's the case, go into the cure
Can we
screen
get
and
the
survival
owl?
viewer immediately and inject yourself with serum. Got it? Snake, that's the home to the Ottenfrog. The Ottenfrog is a large, corpulent species of frog. They're known as a delicacy, so it might be worth catching them for food.
Okay.
The Ottenfrog was originally found only on Amami Oshima in Japan. Frogs usually have 4 toes on their front legs, but the Ottenfrog is unique in that it has 5.
Got it. By the way, you said they were known as a delicacy, right?
Right.
So that means they must taste pretty good, huh?
I guess so. I hear that in Japan, Ottenfrog sashimi and sukiyaki are popular dishes.
Really?
Yeah.
Japan, huh? That place is starting to sound better and better.
You can capture animals alive by using
Yeah.
Snake. That area is inhabited by the Japanese flying squirrel.
Japanese flying squirrel.
Japanese flying squirrels are non-venomous, and they shouldn't attack you. The head, front legs, hind legs, and tail of the Japanese flying squirrel are connected by a membrane of skin, which allows the squirrel to glide from tree to tree. It says here that if it catches a good wind, it can fly more than 100 yards.
Sounds like it's going to be tough to catch one.
So, aren't you going to ask me?
You know it. How does it taste?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
The guy doesn't say anything about it.
Why not?
Gee, maybe it's because no one would ever think of eating a flying squirrel.
Then I must be the first one.
He's right. He's
Maybe you
right.
are.
She's right, you know.
There should be a mushroom called the Bicol scalytooth growing in that area.
The scaly
The
tooth.
Bicol scalytooth mushroom is used as an antidote to poison. It usually grows on the trunks of trees, so look for it there.
How does it taste?
I think you're going to be disappointed.
Damn.
Oh, quit your whining. You know what they say, good medicine tastes bitter. There should be an herb called Chinese plantain growing in that area. The Chinese plantain is an herb that resembles a plantain root. The leaves and seeds contain large amounts of aucubin, choline, and tannin. When you mash it up and apply it to a wound, it helps stop the flow of blood and eases the pain a bit.
Okay.
The Chinese plantain becomes a styptic when you pick it up. If you see one, don't forget to take it with you. Snake, I think there's a plant called Slav horehound growing in that area.
Whorehounds.
Slav horehound is an herb in the horehound family. It contains large amounts of diterpene, flavonoids, and alkaloids,
Who
which
names
give it
these
strong
plants?
germicidal properties. If you find one, it should make a good disinfectant. You should be able to find ezocomfrey in that area.
Ezocomfrey.
Ezocomfrey is a plant in the comfrey family that's found only in Selenoyarsk. If you find one, you can use it as a cast to treat broken bones.
Okay, good.
How can a plant be turned into a splint?
The roots of the ezocomfrey are extremely sticky. You can use them as a kind of plaster cast to fasten the affected area in place.
I get it.
There's an herb called the Amur kudzu growing in that area. Amur kudzu is a member of the bean family and a close relative of the kudzu
bean
weed.
family.
The
A
roots
plant
contain
is
a
a
number
bean
of
family.
isoflavones
Okay.
such as daidzin, which give it strong fever-reducing properties. It'll make a good cold medicine if you find some. Treating serious wounds will require you to use additional medical items besides your knife and cigar. That's why it's always a good idea to carry as many medical items with you as possible. If you start to run out of medical items, find some more as soon as you can. The enemy should be carrying medical supplies as well. You can get them by holding up enemy soldiers and shaking down their bodies.
Okay. We should be trying to do that more
Snake,
often.
be careful when you approach the enemy. The closer you are to them, the more accurate their shots will be, and the more damage their weapons will do. That means you've got a greater chance of getting seriously wounded.
No duh. No
Daring
duh.
frontal assaults are not a good idea. But if you do get seriously injured, go into the survival viewer and treat it immediately. Some types of food spoil faster than others. Animal and fish meat goes bad relatively fast, but plants and mushrooms generally last a little longer. Animals won't go bad if you capture them alive, though. You can tell whether food has gone bad or not by looking closely at the icon on the food screen in the survival viewer. So be sure to check the icon before you eat the food. If you eat spoiled food, you'll get sick and end up with a stomachache. It'll get better eventually if you leave it alone, but that means you'll throw up and lose a lot of stamina.
Oh shit, you can get
If
actually
you get a stomachache,
sick. You can
go
get
to
a big
Cure
tummy
in the
ache.
survival viewer and take some digestive medicine. Digestive medicine and antidotes aren't the only ways to cure stomach aches and food poisoning. You can also induce vomiting. Go into the survival viewer and press the viewer button to enter viewer mode. Then rotate the right stick to spin your body around, and eventually you'll start feeling queasy. When you get dizzy enough, exit the survival viewer and you'll throw up. That should get rid of any stomach ache and food poisoning you have. Give it a try.
That was added after for sure, but holy shit.
When you get shot, you'll sometimes suffer a gunshot wound. The chance of suffering a serious injury is especially high at close range. When you have a gunshot wound, your maximum life will decrease depending on its severity. Gunshot wounds will heal naturally over time, but if you want it to heal faster, go into Cure in the survival viewer and treat it. To treat a gunshot wound, you need to dig out the bullet with your knife, disinfect the wound, and apply styptic, then wrap it in a bandage. When all that's finished, the gunshot wound will be fully healed.
Okay.
Burns happen when you're engulfed in flames or get caught in an explosion. When you've got a burn, your maximum life will go down depending on its severity. Burns heal naturally over time without you doing anything, but if you go into Cure in the survival viewer and treat the burn, you can heal it instantaneously. To treat the burn, lightly spread the ointment over the wound and wrap it in bandages. If you do both of these things, you can heal the burn altogether. Snake, unlike the virtuous mission, this...
Okay, I think we've got everything. We'll call Signet.
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
Sigint.
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert
Oh.
on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
The expert.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later. Sounds like the Cobra unit's members' names came from the specific emotions they each carry into battle.
Emotions?
What?
Yeah. For unbearable torment, the pain. For true oblivion, the end. For infinite rage, the fury. For absolute terror, the fear. And for unsurpassed bliss, the joy.
The joy?
It's another name for the boss, because of the joy she feels in battle, I suppose.
Okay.
During the war, she had a partner named the Sorrow. Sorrow and joy. They say there couldn't have been a more perfect pair.
Interesting.
The Davy Crockett's that the boss took with her when she defected are mortars that fire nuclear warheads. They're named after Davy Crockett, the hero who died defending the Alamo in the Texan War of Independence.
Remember the Alamo.
That's right. The warheads are
Okay,
equivalent
that's why
to
he
between
said,
10
"Remember
and
the
20
Alamo."
tons of TNT. Every building within 150 yards of the hypocenter is completely obliterated. But the warheads the boss had with her were some kind of experimental super bomb, so they're actually even more powerful than that. I don't even want to think about what would happen if she used it again. Snake, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I know.
You're wearing the tiger stripe pattern camouflage, huh? Tiger stripe is a forest camouflage. As you may have guessed by the name, it mimics the stripe pattern on a tiger's coat. It was originally worn by South Vietnamese Marines. Then it caught the attention of an American military advisor, and now they're thinking of introducing it into all kinds of special forces units. It works best in places with lots of trees and grass, but it should blend in with dirt and mud, too.
Okay.
You mean you're not wearing any face paint? You can take off your face paint by selecting no paint from face. Just select no paint when you want to skip wearing any face paint at all. But your camo index is never going to be as high without face paint as it is with it. Unless you want the enemy to see you, you ought to be wearing face paint.
Okay. What is our... Wait, black really... You would think that would be better because it's nighttime outside. Let's just go with woodland. What do we have today with us? M1911, directional mic. Let's take that off. Let's get rid of the active sonar and the anti-personnel sensor.
I heard you fought against KGB troops in the Virtuous mission, but this time you're up against Spetsnaz.
Okay.
Spetsnaz is the special forces unit of GRU, the intelligence wing of the Soviet
those
Defense
other guys that
Ministry's
were
General
under
Staff
Ocelot.
Office. Spetsnaz troops undergo rigorous training in all types of special ops, from assassination and demolition to intelligence gathering. That and Volgan's loaded, man. His unit is one of the best equipped in the entire Soviet Union, if not the best. I heard the enemies you encountered in the Virtuous mission were only carrying weapons like AKs and grenades. Well, it ain't that simple anymore. In addition to AKs, some of the patrols you'll encounter might be equipped with Scorpion submachine guns and shotguns. The Scorpion is even lighter than the AK, making it much easier to handle. Basically, a guy with a Scorpion is not gonna miss you as often as with an AK.
Okay.
The shotgun is a powerful weapon. One blast is
Are we
enough
gonna be
to
able to
floor
get
you, and
those?
you're likely to be seriously wounded. Watch for that, man. Keep in mind that every weapon and piece of equipment weighs something. The heavier the equipment you're lugging around, the faster you'll burn up stamina. You can see how much your equipment weighs by going into the backpack screen in the survival viewer. If you're trying to conserve your stamina, make some cuts and toss the equipment you don't need in your backpack. When you're using the assault rifle, pressing the weapon button will hold it at... When you fire continuously with a gun like the assault rifle, the recoil will cause your shots to veer off target. But if you crouch or lie down, you can suppress the recoil and keep a tight fire pattern.
Yeah, everyone knows
So
that.
when you gotta hit that bullseye, take a low position. When you fire continuously with a gun like the assault rifle, Squares is a mountain camo that's basically a bunch of square patterns. It might look conspicuous at first glance, but it actually blurs the contours of the person wearing it and makes them more difficult to pick out. It should give you a low profile against reddish backgrounds like bricks and rusty metal.
Oh, okay.
Leaf pattern is a forest camouflage created to provide cover in woodland areas. Now that our involvement in Vietnam looks set to expand, they're thinking about adopting it for official use. It'll help you blend in especially well when you're hiding in the bushes. In addition to AKs, some of the when you fire continue.
All right, seems like we've got everyone. Are we in the exact same place we started in? Okay, so we're gonna eat that. I don't want to shoot them then. All right, let's collect our food. Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. Oh, he does wiggle like a snake. Hold on. Yeah, look at him wiggle like a snake. Okay. Why don't I have a tranquilizer? I want to be able to pick them up and throw them. Is there any squirrels up there? No, but there is some fruit that I'm going to get. Me is hungry. That's just a snake. Oh, I think I saw one of those flying squirrels. I don't know if that was the squirrel or not. I'm just trying to make sure I get enough food. I do want one of those squirrels. Haven't seen any king cobras. Okay. Does take down my health, I think. Just trying to double check, see if there's any squirrels. Oh, there, I see it. I see it. I see it. What? That didn't count. Yeah, my squirrel. I had to get it. I had to get the squirrel. What's up with the line? Those vines? Oh wait, maybe if I... Okay, I can't. I thought I could use my fist while laying down, but I can't. Which way did I come from? I got turned around. Oh, we jumped down. Did I hear a horse? Oh, what is that? What is that? Snake F. Okay, we're at our crash. Why is there just a horse with a, like, with a saddle? Who tamed a horse? This can't be here for me. Snake, question it.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
What? Boss?
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Whoa. What is going on? Why are we letting her do this again?
Go home.
Why do you have some Stockholm syndrome or whatever you want to call it? To where you see her and you're just like, I can't hurt her.
Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
Don't break my arm again.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here.
What is that gun?
This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Who's that?
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
You just let her do it again.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Shit. Is this the way we came? Yeah, we came this way. So we gotta go this way.
What's this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
see me. You don't see me. Don't see me. You don't see me. Okay, so there's a snake over there. Oh, dude, there's a Kupi Kochi up there. No, you don't see me up here.
Who's that?
No!
HQ respond.
This is HQ.
Enemy sighted. Commence the attack.
Acknowledged. Eliminate all enemies.
No, dude, I hated this spot. No, I hated this spot. Oh, are you serious?
Did you hear that noise? Something there? Over there? Who's that?
This is HQ.
Oh my god. Jesus. I don't have a serum. What the fuck, dude? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Where's these plants? Oh, I'm back here with the gators. Well, I mean, I'm gonna die. You literally took... Dude, I can't believe this is normal. I don't... This is 100% unfair. Fuck you.
Who's that?
Just kill me. Just kill me.
Give us some backup.
Here's my first death. Here's my first death. Everybody, first death. First death. We're still poisoned? Are you serious? Oh my god. This is bullshit. I'm just gonna run around until I find where the cure flower is, because this is bullshit. Why are you gonna put a sneaking... Like, I have to sneak and hide in the grass, but...
Huh? Who's that?
I just screwed it, because when was the last time I saved? Dude, okay. I'm gonna... Oh, dude, that's some utter bullshit, bro. Dude, I have yet to see any plants that look different. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get right back after that cutscene, and then we're gonna end the episode. I am actually pretty furious. I'm not trying to come to a conclusion yet. The game just started, blah, blah, blah. But this is already turning out to not be my favorite just based on difficulty. And I'm playing it on normal. Why is it so difficult? Like, I feel like it shouldn't be this difficult. Alright, thank you guys so much for stopping by and dealing with my idiocracy and me just being stupid. Hopefully in the next episode, I keep trusting her and stop forming that habit. I'm looking at myself in the camera lens, which is bad because if you can see, I'm hunched down when I should be doing this. Thank you guys so much for stopping by for this episode. I said it at all. I'm bad. I love you guys. Just leave a like, comment, subscribe, comment down below how bad I am at video games. I'm bad right now. This game, I'm trying not to form an opinion of this game is the worst of the 3 that I've played. I'd say the second one is my favorite so far, followed by the first one story-wise. Gameplay-wise, the second one was better, obviously, it's 3D. But this one, there's a lot. It's still early in the game, I feel like. We haven't explored all of the combat elements. The story is good, but I'm having a hard time with this section, with how sneaky you really have to be. It's getting on my nerves a little bit. But I love you guys, and I will see you in the next episode.